One.
Hey, welcome to the Porch Bois podcast. I am, of course, your extremely handsome, very intelligent, and super charming host, John. Alongside these other two idiots here, it looks like we have some kind of based Anglo and a good for nothing commie. How are you guys doing?
Well, at least I'm more useful than what you are.
Excuse me, I'm fighting fascism. Okay, you
That's right. He's gonna
know,
punch a fascist in the
I'm gonna
face as
punch a
soon as he sees
Nazi.
one. Yep,
Right, as soon
punch
as I
him.
find, just gotta find the one first.
Well, I'm currently allied with that faction. So
But you're a
But
good boy, and
yeah,
you have the right opinions.
right. Yeah,
You
you
have the
are
right
eventually a good boy.
opinions.
but I imprison degenerates.
No, you know what? We still
No.
need to apologize for you because, again, you have our opinions, which are the right opinions, which means you can get away
I also
with
believe that
literally-
people should be forced to work.
literally murder. You can get away with literally murder.
Right.
You can get
You're a
away
commie,
with a
dude.
whole Holodomor because your opinions
didn't
are the right
happen.
ones.
And
That's
but if
right.
it did,
it
it's a
didn't
good
even
thing.
Fucking happen. And
But if it did, it's a good thing.
this fucking
Right.
landowning middle class
Kulaks,
kulaks probably deserved it.
Yeah, probably. Somehow.
Yep.
Goddamn kulaks.
So, anyways, as you can see, we've got our costumes on tonight. We've got
John just just put on whatever he had around the house and got on a scooter.
yeah,
he
I
just
just
got
got my
put
big
on
fat
whatever.
ass onto a scooter and just
Yeah.
wheeled up over here. As you can see, we've got Mijjt over here on the left with his based Anglo impersonation.
With the beanie, of course.
With the beanie, naturally can't take that off.
I literally can't take this off. It's so tiresome.
Yeah.
It's so
it is.
Uh,
We've also got Seawall on the far right hand side, as naturally,
Yep.
who is the good for nothing commie Joseph Stalin. Comrade Stalin looks very sophisticated and eloquent tonight. So
I
good work on you.
think it's good that he added the cowboy hat. That's
Yeah, the little
one
commie
thing
cowboy
Stalin,
hat.
Stalin never
Yeah.
wore one, and he should have.
Yes.
Definitely should have. It looks good on him.
Thank you.
Does it fits? It like really brings the outfit together.
You know how much the outfit cost me?
Nothing.
6 gorillion.
100
6
people.
gorillion?
The
100
equivalent
people
of
to
enough
do that.
food to feed 3 families.
I thought you were gonna go with like killing workers and stuff to get it done, but okay. Fair enough.
No.
Well, I mean, presumably
no.
3
That's how I got
families
this book
didn't
printed.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just throw,
Yeah.
human suffering and death at a problem, and it goes away eventually with enough.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Well, yeah. If
waves.
everyone's dead, no one can suffer.
Right? No one can complain about the problems anymore.
Nice, and you're still in charge. How do you like that?
Right.
Yeah, I'm still in
And you're
charge.
still in charge.
I'm still in charge here.
And you're still in charge.
I'm
Speaking
flexing
of
on
charging,
this.
Speaking of charging, I am of course a member of the Antifa Tank Division.
Yep, the fatties
Um,
against fascism.
That's right, Fatties Against Fascism. You can't really see it too well. You can see my little handlebars of my rascal scooter. Goddamn.
Yep.
Can't talk either. You can't make fun of me that though. That's ableist.
That's right. That is ableist.
Yeah. If I mess up when I talk, it's ableist if you make fun of me.
Ha ha ha.
Let's do it anyway. Yeah,
All
I'm
right, fair
feeling
enough.
pretty ableist. But you know what? He raises his middle finger at us in defiance.
Right. I'm
Straight to gulag.
doing some hashtag
Based Anglo.
resistance.
Take him straight to the gulag.
Hashtag resistance over here.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
You're
must
fighting
believe
against-
everything the corporations and government tell you, otherwise you are not the resistance.
You're so totally against fascism, John.
Wait,
Oh,
didn't
so
didn't
against
Star Wars
fascism.
just make a show about a corporate authority acting as a pseudo government wing of a fascistic state?
Isn't
Is this
that
a newer one? Or are you talking
isn't
about
that
Yeah,
Disney? Isn't
yeah,
that
Disney, a
because
recent
what?
one. Yeah,
Disney corporate?
yeah,
Isn't that Disney
corporate
Incorporated
authority.
anyway?
yeah. The corporate authority, whatever the hell they were called in the Andor series.
They made a movie
Oh,
about
yes, yeah, I
themselves, a TV series about themselves, but Star Wars.
I didn't watch
version.
that Andor series.
Yeah, but they were the bad guys. in
Nobody
it.
fucking did. Nobody did, John. Let's talk about that for a second. Hold on.
Okay,
Nobody
that's
fucking nobody did. Nobody cares about Star Wars anymore. Star Wars is
Yeah.
dead.
They
and
burned
or
it
could
out.
be as good as they want it to be, as they could possibly make it, and they can't. But like, dude, Obi-Wan was the last chance that a lot of people gave Disney Wars, and that shit sucked dick.
See,
Like,
that's what
nobody.
sucks. Like Mandalorian was so good, and then they had to
Well, the
go
problem
fuck off
is
Jennifer
season two.
No,
Season
then they did
two, it
Book
was
of Boba
yeah,
Fett,
Book
and
of
that was
Wobba Fett.
like
Book of Wobba Fett.
that
Yeah.
shit sucked.
Yeah.
And then
I'm sure it did.
Obi-Wan was
Look,
that shit that
yeah.
people were like giving it a chance, and
Yeah.
that shit sucked. And
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck
Well,
that.
yeah, I mean, well, I know. I think we've covered this before, and
The
kind of
orifice.
the whole woke, go broke stuff. Because but look at these, they made all this money. Yeah, but the problem is they're not going to make any more money long term. It's a short
Right,
term
and they're
versus long term
not,
question.
and they're not going to make their
Not
money
only
back
that,
either.
but you know, I mean, okay. Do you remember? I'm assuming you guys remember when you were like teens, the Teen Titans series in the early 2000s.
Kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it a
I grew
lot.
up
talking
on it.
about the animated series.
Yeah, the animated
there
series,
were
like,
two.
yeah.
There were two though, weren't there?
Well, a later one called Teen Titans Go, but the thing is that one's atrocious.
Yeah,
It's just
okay.
cartoons,
It looks
cartoony.
horrible.
It looks
I
horrible. It's
remember
cartoony,
Teen
stupid.
Titans
And the
was-
thing is that the creators are like, oh, we didn't destroy your childhoods. We
that
we
was kind of
yeah,
the. What
yeah,
year
we,
was that?
early
Seawall?
or
What
late
year was that
late
produced?
mid 2010s, late 2010s is I think it's still ongoing actually. Teen Titans Go.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're absolutely correct though, Seawall. This shit goes back far.
Yeah.
Like these people have hated.
The
We
fans.
touched on this,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, for a long time, and the IPs that they're working on,
Well,
like The
what-
Witcher,
Yeah.
they fucking hate that shit too. They hate this shit. They hate Star Wars. They hate Luke Skywalker. They hate
Yeah.
The Witcher. They hate everything that they touch, and they still get to touch it. They get to put their grubby little paws all over it.
I don't
And
even know if
that's
it's about
you know what?
hatred
Why
for
people
it.
get it? I'm gonna touch on this one last time. The reason people get about that is because they feel it's been usurped. If
Yeah.
fans take control of the IP, sometimes they run it. You know, they jump the shark with it.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, but
But
like
jumping the
fans
shark-
who care, at least they care. It
Yeah.
comes from a perspective
Yeah,
of caring about the
Yeah,
IP.
exactly. The thing is, jumping the shark is basically it's feature creep. Another term
Yeah,
for it is
right.
feature
Yes.
creep.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
fan
yeah,
service
yeah,
out the ass.
Yeah, and the thing is, there are series that jump the shark that actually work, but that's part of the joke. They're a little self-aware.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the last I want
yeah,
to touch on.
yeah,
That
but,
is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, they feel like it's a usurpation,
but
and
yeah,
rightfully so. These
but-
people who come in who hate it and were never fans now take control of the legacy of the property, and they shit on it.
Yeah.
Speaking
And-
of taking control of people's legacies and shitting on them, I think
First
that is
meme?
our topic tonight.
So-
No, not we don't have to necessarily move on. That's not
Yeah.
the segue, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's our topic, isn't it?
It is
Lads,
indeed.
isn't it? Jesus Christ. Shitting on people's legacies. Dude, I don't know about you guys, but my fucking ancestors got here in the 17th century. Like, we fucking were here when this country was conceived.
Mine wasn't.
So,
my
anyway-
ancestry goes back to of the Revolutionary period.
I'm talking about like,
Yeah.
colonial.
Well,
Anyway, but,
I
like-
should say pre-revolutionary. I don't know how far back.
Yeah,
but-
right. Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, so like what I'm saying is usurpation of a legacy is sometimes your own kin like vote it away.
Oh yeah.
Willingly, yeah. And sometimes they're convinced that that's what they need to do for their own future, and let's discuss that as we, you know, partake in tonight's
Oh yeah.
topics. You guys, we don't have to segue right away, but like
Mhm.
that's definitely what we're here to do tonight, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and as well as go right up to the fucking edge of what's allowed.
As best we can. I think it's been curated,
Yeah.
right?
As best we can.
Has
we
been
can.
curated.
Yeah. So.
It's been
Yo,
sanitized.
you guys, you don't understand. Those listening, the guys, you know, with me here on the porch do know. So this is not for them. This is for y'all.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot of material that is more or less publicly available, but only if you're willing to conglomerate it and put the dots, like connect the dots yourself. It's all like circumstantially reported, but none of it is connected by the reporting itself.
Mhm.
So what you have to do is notice things, which means you
Notice.
have to have a soul. Right. You have to have a soul. You have to understand that, like, there are principles that exist in the world, and you know, okay. So have an imagination, guys. We're going into this like knowing that what you're told is not often the truth, but there is truth to be found in what you're told.
Yes, that's a good
Um,
way of putting it.
and if you're capable of putting the pieces together, you can understand that what you're being told, all of these different pieces of the truth, you can put the truth together.
Whoa. Sorry. It's breaking news that might get John to
Yeah,
go. What
dude,
the
let's
fuck?
breaking news. Oh, beep, 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 beep,
Ted
beep, beep, beep,
Cruz.
beep, beep,
12
beep,
minutes
beep.
ago. We should abolish the IRS.
Who
Okay.
says? I mean,
Ted Cruz.
I mean,
okay,
whatever. Yeah.
whatever. All right. I mean,
I'll
okay,
believe when I
thanks.
see it.
Talk
Yeah,
about pick
thanks,
me,
Ted.
pick me.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
new channel in Jay Edgar's server called Pick Me, Pick Me.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, pick Misha. That is a pick Misha move right there
Yeah.
on
Yeah, it
behalf
is.
on the part of Ted Cruz. Like,
Most
that is
certainly
a
is. Hey,
pick me ass bitch.
libertarians. Remember
He is
me?
a pick me ass bitch, Ted
Yeah.
Cruz. I would describe him succinctly as a pick me ass bitch.
Yeah,
He's a
not
pick me
impressed.
ass bitch.
Yeah.
Not, I will not pick him. I'm
He's
not
like, check
impressed by
out
that.
my fucking beard. He's like,
Yeah. I remember when he didn't have it. Remember when he ate a booger on live television?
that's right,
Oh.
that son of
I
a
remember that
bitch.
shit. I remember, Ted. People don't forget.
People shouldn't forget, but they
He
do.
straight up ate a booger.
God damn, that son of a bitch.
That just like popped in my head as soon as we're talking about him. I'm like, oh yeah, he's a booger eater. I forgot about that.
Quest is here talking shit. That's great. Love you,
Yeah.
Quest. That's what's up.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, bro.
God damn, Quest, you better stay armed. I swear to God. Don't disclose anything illegal considering your residence, but dude, you better.
Yeah, it's not gonna get any better over there in New York, bro.
Oh,
Get
Lord,
out.
no.
Fucking get out,
Especially
Quest. Get
with
out
your
while you
melanin-
can.
Your skin's melanin content is just all
It's the wrong
wrong.
one.
So, you guys, seriously though, I think we're having fun so far.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying my costume and your guys's as well.
Definitely enjoy mine. And mine was a last minute thought too. I was like, I know I said I was like, oh yeah, I'll think of something, and then I totally didn't think of anything until he posted midgets, and I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Took me about 3 seconds. Like if I had just done it in the first place, it would have taken me 3 seconds.
Yeah, like basically, like I put a gun to his head. You have 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And he was like,
anti-tank
anti-tank.
And I googled it. Well, that's what he wants. That's what he gets.
Yeah.
That's
no
exactly,
do-overs.
You know what, dude? That is one of those rare instances where you can get what you're looking for when you Google it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instantly.
Everybody knows what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, again, I love how the Antifa's like, oh, we could totally stage a revolution and take over America. You guys are a bunch of soy boys and fat bitches. You are not doing shit. The gravy seals will be more effective than you.
Well, at least they can shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, but they'll probably drop a good 30, 40 pounds in combat.
Over time, yeah. Well, I don't know. Eating MREs though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's straight up calories.
Yeah, but they're also moving a lot more than they would normally.
Right. No, of course. Yeah. No, I get that. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to just eat
I'm not saying they're
MREs.
going to become like super fit, but I'm saying they're probably going to drop 30, 40 pounds. They'll need to tighten up the belt a little bit.
Quest, you can still get stabbed though.
Yeah, you can get stabbed and thrown into that lake.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
Quest,
I mean,
Quest,
I've
you
seen
probably
it,
could
dude.
buy. You could probably buy land with a private lake on it in another state with what you have.
right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, you might be physically fit and well, healthy, and you can still get stabbed real fast.
Yeah, or
real
shot.
fucking fast.
Yeah.
In New York, dude, you're getting stabbed real fucking.
Oh, it's
fast.
like mini London.
Yeah.
Like New
Yes,
London.
it is like mini London. It
I
is
don't know,
like
which
mini
one's bigger?
London because the knives are smaller too. In London, they're
Oh, true.
fuck huge. Like,
Yeah, true.
there's a competition for who can carry the biggest one in their pants. I would win that, but like, regardless, guys, I'm having fun so far. Like,
Yeah,
this
dude,
is,
good. You got the rum runners going up in you and
oh
feel
yeah,
make you feel good.
coursing through my veins, my
That's right,
Anglo-Saxon
dude.
veins, dude.
I am very jealous. Yeah, yeah. You just Anglo-Saxon things. Just drinking rum runners.
Got
Do you
the
imagine?
mead.
The Anglos just like,
Yeah.
yo, let me get another, hook me up with another Bahama Mama, bro. Like,
Well,
Dude, you didn't
I-
put the orange slice on it.
Right?
guys, I'm gonna force the issue. We got to get into the memes.
Right. That was just funny though.
So, first meme of the night.
We're out of orange slices, bro. You want to go conquest and get us some more oranges? Fuck you. Yeah, maybe I will. Sorry
That's
if I'm
great.
loud. I've got
No,
a new
good. You should
headset
be loud.
on. We haven't balanced it yet. It's brand new.
No, you're still good. You sound good.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Right on.
So,
Okay, sweet. Oh, I like the screen wipe.
yep, just base screen wipe. So, yeah, here's the first one. It takes time to count all the votes. I mean, historically, it didn't. You know, the most
But
you
it
would see is
though. See, well, this is the new normal.
Right. We're on new normal time. Building
New
back
normal.
better.
New normal. It's the new normal.
it's expected to take
normal.
multiple days. But again, we used to get it all counted the night of the election.
It's expected though. It's totally expected.
It's never been
Seawall.
expected.
You should expect. But it is though.
Yeah.
Seawall. We've always
So-
been at war with Eurasia.
That's right.
You know,
Oceania had always been at war with Eurasia.
the whole time. They've
Yeah, of
always been
course.
our enemies. You know, it's time immemorial.
um,
Literally.
so this is actually an ad that was playing. I'm sure most people have seen it if you have a Twitter account. Most people have come across this during your doom scrolling or your poop scrolling, whichever one you want to do.
Shit stirring.
Yeah. So this is an actual ad that popped up. It was promoted from Twitter. It's a Twitter like thing. Click on these little buttons, you can find out more. So should we find out more?
Should we find out more?
Yeah, you
That
should go to
sounds
the next
constructive.
thing.
That sounds like a constructive use of our time. I mean, this is a public service announcement from trained professionals in the field, experts with little hats on their heads.
They do. There's so many of these experts have little hats on their heads. What a coincidence! Is it like a uniform?
I love those
Oh.
little hats, though. They're so cute. Look at my little hat.
You do have a little hat.
Mine's
We
a
should
little
make you
bigger
be a
than
Jew
theirs,
for
so it's okay,
Halloween.
Yeah.
Funny.
That would have been pretty based.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. So yeah, can we move on to the next slide here, sir?
Yes,
Next
sir.
year.
Yeah. So this is what happens when you click on it, isn't it? Pretty sure this is the one.
Yeah, this is the one. Understanding this year's election results and when to expect them. Not right away, though. Come on, guys. Not right away. This isn't like 1957 or anything. It's not like you can get the results. Well, 57 wouldn't be an election year, but thank you. Come on. It's not like it's 1956.
Yes.
So,
Process votes differently. Like there's all kinds of shit in here. I would recommend going and take a look at it for yourselves because it is extensive. There's a lot of
results. PolitiFact. Wait,
yeah,
guys,
I was gonna say all the
before we
sources
move
that
on.
we like. Yeah.
PolitiFact says results for some Senate and gubernatorial races may not be known on midterms election night. That's partly because states have different rules on when they can begin processing mail ballots, as well as different ways of voting.
But if you scroll down, as you scroll down though, you notice all these. It's all our favorite. All the usual
ABC,
suspects.
politics,
PolitiFact,
Ballotpedia, NASS,
NASS. Oh man, the more you notice.
National Association of Secretaries of State.
Oh yeah, that's totally fucking not like
Ballotpedia, Election
Well,
Assistance Committee, I believe.
probably.
It's a Gov account. Ballotpedia,
Ballotpedia,
Brenner Center,
Brennan
Brennan
Center,
Center.
NPR
NPR
politics.
Politics.
Yo, you guys, that's brought to you by, Northrop Grumman and Pfizer. You can trust NPR. That's
Right.
public radio. It's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
funded by
Public.
donations.
AP Fact Check.
Fact check.
Oh, fact check with the check mark
What's
next
the
to it.
fact? What's the fact check
Oh,
here? Are we gonna like that?
All ballots cast by mail
all
are vetted
ballots.
for legitimacy. The specific different by state. Fraud is
Oh, they're
exceedingly
totally
rare.
vetted. We'll
Yeah.
see that, won't we, in
Yeah.
our
No, we're gonna
presentation
see that
tonight?
Yep.
Oh, we're
coming
gonna
up.
see
Oh,
how
yeah.
well vetted those are, aren't we? They're so well vetted. So well vetted.
Yeah, it just keeps going and going.
I love the chain
Yeah,
of
it's big.
custody, don't you, John?
Yeah.
That's so great. It's sacred to our democracy.
Oh
The
my
chain
God,
of
power
custody.
democracy.
Well, moving on to the next one.
Power.
A lot of people come to Twitter to learn about and discuss elections. These convos are important to us. Dash, 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 dash. Here's how we not only protect but also enable authentic election conversations.
This was
When election season
noon
hits,
on
Twitter's where you come to
9/20,
see what's
September
happening
20th.
and
Let's
have
turn
your
it up.
voice heard. We encourage these important conversations, and we work to make sure they're helpful, not harmful. We have clear guidelines for false or misleading claims related to elections and voting. If a false or misleading tweet could result in voter suppression or intimidation, or diminish public confidence in elections, we'll label or remove it.
I love that last bit.
We also limit the
Or
spread of
remove it.
inaccurate tweets
Yeah.
by preventing likes, retweets, and comments. We want you to stay informed and vote with confidence. So we curate the latest election news and updates into Twitter moments. Label candidate accounts so you know who's running.
We
Pin relevant
curate.
tweets to help explain what's trending. And gather election information and resources local to you in the Handy Elections Hub. We'll work to preserve the integrity of
Oh,
election
thanks.
conversations on Twitter, so you can stay informed.
Didn't this
and
team
feel
just get
empowered
shit
to
canned by
participate in
Elon
elections.
Musk?
Please visit elections.twitter.com.
Look how
the safety
diverse
cam
these
was
people
big.
are, though.
It
Look
was
how
super diverse.
diverse those
Conversations.
people were.
You know what's even worse than that is like, and I work for a global homo company. They do this shit with their training videos.
Mhm.
They have a character called Sam, right?
Mhm.
Who's like androgynous, so like and ethnically ambiguous. Like certainly not white, but you can't really tell what else it might be. Has like purple hair and like problem glasses. But is otherwise like kind of vaguely shaped like a human.
Stinky.
Not quite. Like it's really bizarre, dude. It's fucking bizarre.
Sam. Is
Sam.
it like the side of the head shaved, comb over look?
Not quite. It's like a wavy top of the head, both sides shaved.
Yeah,
both
absolutely.
sides,
That's
it's just, like,
exactly
wavy
what
on
I
the
had
top.
pictured. Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I had
It's not
pictured.
like combed over or anything. It's just kind
Did
of
they
like
have clear framed round glasses?
they were
with-
problem glasses. Yeah.
Clear with
Sure
clear
did.
plastic frames and fucking wire earpieces. Oh fuck
Uh,
yeah! I can already see this bitch with like a polka dot dark shirt, like buttoned down, and you're not sure if it's a shirt or a blouse.
Right.
And it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
slacks, and they're like androgynous as well.
Right.
and
Like
Z-
it's so funny. Yeah.
And
They did-
Zir is all talking about like diversity in my workplace.
Well, I haven't gotten one of those like diversity in the
what you're
workplace.
talking
Like,
about,
I haven't seen any kind of diversity, equity, inclusion. Like I haven't gone through any kind of training for that because I wouldn't. That'd be fucking ridiculous. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have to, but I would just laugh the whole time, take notes and stuff. It would be fun, kind of see what's being said. But I haven't had to do that. But they do have like a whole diversity, equity, and inclusion like tab on their little HR website or whatever. So, I mean, it's there, but I haven't had any like no. one
yeah,
gives a fuck.
everyone just got one. I wonder if they're committed to it sometimes. A lot of folks are, but not.
Oh,
let's see. Quest is talking about his wife. I guess is having a problem.
That's his
with
daughter.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet if it's his daughter's age, anyone his daughter's age would be having a problem with someone with problem glasses. That's
What
right.
was
And
it,
Ed
I
is,
think
of
she's
course,
like
as
8
always,
or something.
talking
Like, she's young.
shit.
Yeah.
Ed is, of course, always talking shit
Yeah,
in
of
the chat.
course.
That's fine.
As far as I know, Sam did not have a nose at all.
Yeah. So, yeah. You know what? Like, a lot of people come to Twitter, right? That's what we are here to do, to discuss elections. And you know what? Our discussions and our topics should be curated for us by the platforms that we use, right? But private companies can do whatever they want.
But no, they can't. Technically speaking, it's been a very broad interpretation of 230. If that ever narrows, those companies are going to be in some serious trouble, because 230.
Yes.
Because look, the term objectionable could easily be written out of that law with a single court decision.
Well, thank you for referring to our last episode.
Yeah,
You know,
it's good.
helping complete the reference to our last
Move-
episode.
Move it along to the next one.
You see what they said though. There were a few things that these people said, is that like they were going to again curate our news sources for us.
I think that was all shit canned by Musk.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Musk is shit canning most of that team, so it'll be ineffective.
Right up, you pointed it out,
Yeah.
didn't you, Seawall?
Yeah.
September 20th, or was that you, John?
I
September
pointed out
fucking
September
20th. They were right up to the wire with their shit.
Yeah.
They're so arrogant.
Yeah.
They're like the ones in charge of our conversations. They appoint themselves. It's infuriating.
And now Musk is firing everyone.
I hope this is over. Yeah,
Yeah.
he fired all of these assholes. Let's see what he does.
Well, the first wave is 2,000 people.
Oh God, dude,
He's talking about removing 75% of the
Yeah.
company.
Yeah, he's talking about
It's
removing
down.
5,000, right?
Something in the neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah, so we're halfway there.
We're halfway
Yep.
gone. Halfway gone.
Oh, living on Twitter. When does John
Moving
get
on.
his fucking money? Hey,
That's right, dude.
Oh, hey,
It's
just kind of briefly
funny.
speak of Twitter. You, John, are you going to put $8 down to get the Porch Boys verified?
Dude, actually, yeah, I would do that.
8 as
Yeah.
opposed to 20 is a pretty good
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I love
You're
the
talking
the fucking salt coming from the left on that one.
Oh my
Oh,
god, dude.
Yeah.
We should have pulled some.
Yes,
Oh, I mean, we couldn't really. I wish
Yeah,
we could
but
have done
here we
some
go.
on
So,
it.
but we got to get back on track. I'm sorry. Americans are casting midterm ballots at record rates, which means the results might take longer.
Yep. So we're seeing on that. This is a common theme already.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just
We've
get
seen it
used to it. See,
Well,
this is the new
I think this
normal.
is
This
cope.
expected. See,
I think this is them coping and trying to demoralize their opponents. Because from what I've been hearing, a lot of states have actually changed their laws requiring results the night of, as well as pre-counting all of their mail-ins and early voting.
I do believe that is truthful.
And
I
also,
do
there
believe
has been
that is
information released about a lot of the early ballots that have already been counted, or at the very least, the people that are the exit polling. And the numbers aren't looking good. Yes, Democrats are the majority, but only a very slight majority.
Yeah, a lot of GOP voters are voting. I don't think that they'll be able to fortify.
Yeah.
The margins are just too
wide.
No
They might get a couple of minor races that were close, but
hey guys, breaking news! Have you guys seen what's happening in Brazil tonight? Is a great night for what we're talking about.
Oh
We
yeah,
do have one mention of
It's what happened. Basically, Brazil's what happens when you do legitimately lose faith in the election systems.
Well, Brazil is what happens when January 6th is meaningful.
Yeah.
Like genuinely meaningful.
so.
And not just a
That's like January
childish
6th on
outburst.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not just a childish outburst, but like genuinely meaningful.
Yep. So
Americans are casting midterm ballots at record rates. That's true. They're getting great turnout from who? From the bad team.
yeah.
Bad team.
No, that's not democracy.
Yeah. So let's see the next one.
Yes.
Next one.
Oh, election concerns. This is an old-fashioned meme.
Yep.
It is
Election
October 6th.
concerns.
2020.
Bro, 2020. That's right. In Bergen County, New Jersey, after dozens of mail-in ballots found discarded in the dumpster.
I just threw this. I wanted to throw this one in here. I approved it because I was like, yeah, let's remind people of
Mm-hmm.
the things that we're going to be seeing here coming up,
Yeah.
possibly the next week or so, for no
Mm-hmm.
reason whatsoever. I
I'll
think.
be voting
For
this
no
Saturday.
reason whatsoever. I mean, you can find posted in the Discord a great reference to dozens of stories. Again, like I said in the opening of our show tonight, these are dozens of unrelated archived links that, if you put them together, paint a tapestry. Okay, they create a tapestry of different, seemingly unrelated but somehow coincidental and all aligned facts that relate to the elections we honk-honked in 2020.
Oh, that's neat. I could actually slip into one of the voting places after work this week if I wanted to.
That would be a good idea. I've already cast my early ballot.
Yep. Yep. I'll probably go to the nearest one and just get
Dude,
after
early
work tomorrow.
voting is, in my opinion, having been a poll worker, is probably the best option if you have it. Is that, like, you're at a polling place, literally any polling place, with your ID, and you can cast your ballot, and it will go directly to the clerk of courts at the end of the day in a sealed box with a fucking
real chain of custody
serialized tag on it that's signed in duplicate.
Nice.
Okay, and sent to the fucking, at least in the state of Florida, sent to the Secretary of Elections.
Yep.
So,
and
like,
I'm also fine with the idea of what absentee ballot should be is not mail-in. You get it in the mail, and then you fill it out. Then you take it to an early polling place and go, hey, I'm here to turn in this. They go, okay, I'm going to check the serial number. Okay, it looks good. I have your ID. Have a good day, sir. You're there 5 minutes, and you're gone.
So you can't, like, that negates the purpose, though, of absentee ballot, because then you're not absentee at all. You're then there in person.
Well, I think he means like if you're in a different state or something like that. I think that's what you're
Well, then
referring
you have to
to.
show up, don't you? With your ID
what I'm saying
to drop
is,
it off.
I don't believe in the any reason or no reason absentee ballots. I believe you should have a legitimate reason if you need an actual mail-in absentee ballot. If you want to
Most
just
of the time,
vote,
it means that you're overseas, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
That's what I would limit it to.
Yeah. Well, but that's what I'm saying is you can't really go to a polling place though for an American election if you're not in America. Is what I'm.
Yeah, but I'm saying those people are the limited exception because there's so few of them as well. I'm
Right.
talking about people, if you're in the city where you're voting, there is no excuse for you not to get up off your fucking fat ass to drop off your vote. We will mail it to you to fill out.
At a local polling place.
Exactly. There's a little
cool.
station. You go to the person. You go, okay, let me have your vote. They check the ID. They type it in the computer. Okay, I need your ID. Okay, confirmed.
Yo.
Slip in a box.
Quest.
Have a nice day.
That's right. That's right. That's how it works, though. That's all it is. Like, and it's under the custody in a serialized tag. Quest, you talking shit? I was way better than Shaquana. That hoe is thirsty, and she just jealous.
Yep.
Ain't nobody want to get on the poll after
She
Shaquana,
didn't. That's
man.
right.
It's all
She
greasy
didn't
and
get
like she sweats all over.
it smells like
Yes.
fish.
Oh, God. Well, I'm moving right along on that one.
Okay. Let me read this.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
I'm gonna pee while you do that.
Okay, slow down, you guys. Hold the phone a second. You people need to realize what you're saying. Even if this is true, all this about election, honking, you can't just allow people to know this. You can't just turn them on to this kind of knowledge. The ramifications would be huge. I'm talking about revolution against the left on an industrial scale. They won't just be out of power, they'll be permanently branded as enemies of America. Do we really want that?
Based yes. Based yes.
Right?
Chad yes. Chad
That's
yes.
too much. So instead of allowing this kind of stuff to be known, how about we just let Biden be president if he promises to do some sort of stuff Trump wants? We'll do amnesty, add several justices to the SCOTUS, and make Puerto Rico and DC states and get 4 more senators. But we're very flexible on everything else. What do you think, Seawall? I mean,
Chad,
you wouldn't want to
no.
destroy the left, would
no.
you?
Chad, no. The left has destroyed itself. I am just here to help clean up the mess.
That's right. I'm with you, dude.
You know, you and me, the guys with the push brooms. You know, rocking to
That's
some
right.
tunes. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, vibing.
Yeah,
dude.
just vibing,
Pushing
man.
the
Just
broom.
vibing, you know?
Plus,
And I'll just sit there
election
complaining
fraud
about the
isn't that
government.
big. Yeah, sorry, dude.
That's fine. Good.
Plus, election fraud isn't that big of a deal if you really think hard about it. We should just remember that we were coming from a good place when they did it. They aren't evil monsters hell-bent on controlling people through the destruction of middle class and total erasure of American history and identity. They don't want to make everyone slaves. Ha 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 ha! That's silly. No, they're just misguided, and let's go easy on them. It starts with not talking about this anymore.
Midget, we're entering dangerous territories. I'm pulling the plug.
Well, I'm not going to talk about this anymore, and neither should you. Only the media gets to report on this.
Oh,
If it's
great!
not-
Right on to another landmine.
Oh, Biden, you know what? Biden won a record 16.7% of American counties, even though he got the most votes in history. Those 16.7% of U.S., people vote, chud, not land. Land does not vote, chud. Land doesn't vote. People vote. There's people in these cities, and we have the highest GDP in the whole nation.
But what happens
Oh my
if those
God.
other counties don't supply you with food and fuel? How is your GDP going to look then?
Well, we don't need their
GDP.
consent. We're smarter than those rubes anyway.
Oh, that's definitely.
But
We know
slight
the
issue-
way things ought to be. They're just stupid.
Okay. Then if you're so smart, why don't we turn off the electricity, stop the food shipments, and see how you guys last?
Ha! You would never do that. You need our GDP. You need our
No, we don't.
consumption. You
No,
need
we
us
don't.
to consume.
No, we don't.
Dude, actually, that's fucking true.
You
what
are
Obama said
entirely
about-
superfluous.
Remember
We
what Obama
occasionally.
said, though? It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He was like, America needs a strong Chinese manufacturer, and China needs a strong American consumer.
That's
Like,
fantastic.
all
That
we
was
bring to the
his
table.
doctrine. Holy
Yeah.
fuck, that was his doctrine.
Is
Right
that, like-
there. That's exactly. Yep,
If
he
you
said
make
it
shit,
too.
We'll buy it from you and we'll consume it.
Yep.
But you need to loan us some money so that we can buy it from you.
That's,
That's exactly what
that's
happened.
right. You need to buy stuff in US dollars, bro. Like,
Right.
that's the rules. That's the rules of this deal. We're dependent on you, but you need to be dependent on us. Okay, that's the rules.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to give you this. We're going to turn our back and give you this knife, but you're not allowed to put it in our backs. Okay?
Okay.
You're not allowed to study the Jews. You're
Oh,
not
go,
allowed to
moving on,
study-
moving on. Oh, great, another fucking landmine.
All right.
They're all pretty much
enhance.
landmines, yo.
Yep.
So, all right. No, I mean, there's nothing.
Nothing
There's
going
nothing here, right, to look at or be worried about. I mean, it's just that no incumbent president in nearly 150 years has gained votes in a re-election campaign and still lost.
on.
Hmm.
Okay. Biden is the first in 60 years to win while losing Ohio and Florida.
Yep.
Trump had the highest share of the non-white vote of any GOP candidate since 1960, since the quote-unquote, what was it, John?
Big
the
switch?
quote-unquote Southern strategy, right?
Yeah, the big switch where all the parties were like,
Which
you know
took
what, let's
what,
just switch sides.
40
Yeah,
years to
let's
complete.
just totally
Sorry.
like make
Yeah.
shit up and
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
be like retarded anymore. Like, and let's be smart now. And now we're the smart version of us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The big
Eight.
switch thing is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
18 of 19 bellwether counties across the country, none of which have been wrong over the last 40 years in predicting the winner of the general.
Yep.
He underperformed Hillary in every major area except Milwaukee, Detroit, Atlanta, and Philadelphia. Hey,
And what states do those cities are in?
Hey, wait a minute. I
Wait
recall
a minute.
several lawsuits being dismissed. Oh, you got this. You lost that lawsuit. You were defeated.
They were dismissed before any discovery was allowed. Under I think it was what was it? It was a really it's an uncommon term, and it was like not grounds. It was it jurisdiction or something like that?
I think it was
injury.
Oh
clause.
yeah. Clause, yeah. Basically,
injury cause.
Yeah, and I think a lot of those judges are sweating fucking bullets right now, going, "Fuck, I should have made a different decision."
I don't know about all that.
I doubt it. They're alive for a reason.
Yeah.
Democrats failed to flip a single state house. That's right. The whole down ballot. The whole down ballot was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And just totally owned by Republicans. And now it's like 28 states are Republican governed. Most states in the union have Republican legislatures, even those with Democrat governors. Like no incumbent who has received 75% of the total primary vote has ever lost re-election. He received 94% of his primary vote, which is the fourth highest of all time, probably behind Teddy fucking Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, but he wasn't incumbent. Okay, so he doesn't count. Biden won only 477 counties. 477. There are 4,600 in the nation. The lowest by far of any winner. Barack won 689, but got 20 million fewer votes than Biden.
Makes you
the most
tink,
popular vote. It would if you had a brain in your fucking head.
Yeah, I mean, so the argument's always going to be like, well, so many more people voted that. That's why you get those numbers like that.
It was an unpredictable turnout. Man, it was a record. Like, he's the most popular president in history.
But there should have been a down ballot effect. There should have been.
There would have been.
There would have been a down ballot effect. At the very least, they wouldn't have lost power at the state level when the Republicans gained it.
It sure is weird, though, that those 4 localities swung the election when Maheckin Electoral College, Maheckin threat to democracy, swung the election in favor in a few key jurisdictions in favor of a favored candidate. God damn. I really hate people. I'm going to call him out again like my dad. Like, this, you cannot reason with them. You can present all of this to them.
Oh, yeah.
And none of it will. No, I'm not saying any of it is like, I'm not going to sit here like a raving lunatic and say, like, you have to believe a certain way based on this evidence here in front of you. But, like, how can you accumulate this publicly available information?
This isn't just smoke. This is the building in flames.
This is, you can see the superstructure emanating.
Melting.
Yes. And so there must be a fire inside, in the interior, where you can't see the flames.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, dude, like, you cannot accumulate this publicly available information and honestly assess
that nothing
everything is
questionable occurred.
That it's the most integral fucking election in U.S. history.
Yep. So, well, let's move on to the next landmine.
Please, let's move on. Yes.
Interesting fact. Notice
Speaking
how
of those localities.
Yeah. Look at
or
that.
some of them.
What used
and
to be.
Speaking of white supremacists, dude, like people who voted for Obama, we already know in 2016 they went for Trump. Even
Oh, yeah.
more so. But look, dude, look at a few deep blue localities.
Mhm.
Dude, a few deep blue localities are offsetting all of the land doesn't vote, you chuds. People vote.
Yeah, that's why
Well,
they want
maybe
to get rid of the
land
electoral
should
college.
vote, because look at what's happening to the California farmers. You're
Maheckin
destroying their way of
democracy,
life.
Yeah.
Maheckin
And in the
democracy,
long
bro.
run, you are going to cause more damage to everyone. The farmers disappear. What happens to the food supply? You got
Well,
to
look
import
at
it from further.
Albany.
Yeah.
Look at Albany, New York.
Mhm.
The one fucking county in middle state of New York that's dark fucking blue, and it has been. I wonder if there exists a Democrat vote machine like the ones that existed in Chicago and New York
Yeah.
City and Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so weird.
Moving on.
Even if the election was stolen, you guys, recalling it would just further divide the country.
Leave the rest to me and to congressional allies. The former president is said to have told top law enforcement officials.
Yep.
Leave the rest to me.
Dude, even if it was stolen, you guys, even if.
Right. We should just like let it go at this
No.
point. You know?
No.
That's what they're
No.
saying. Like let it go.
No.
Even if it
No.
was, like we can't afford to.
No.
But heck in democracy, you guys.
Moving on. Just without context, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening here.
Was that Lancaster, Pennsylvania?
Lancaster, apparently.
Or Michigan? I don't know. Yeah, I know Lancaster, but like where
Pennsylvania.
is that?
I think this is Pennsylvania.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
But it matches with like Wisconsin or like
Yeah. So.
Lancaster, Michigan. Like I could imagine Lancaster being any of those states.
So. Well.
Any
moving.
eastern.
Yeah.
But yeah, those numbers just don't. The math doesn't quite add up.
Yeah.
I got shitternet.
Oh no.
That's all right.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Which part do you want to be, John? I'll be the soy part. So you be the first part.
All right. So let's see. Let me pull this one up real quick. Can't really see. Okay. I think you cheated.
That's impossible. There's no way the system could be cheated.
Well, I mean, here are some ways.
Okay, but that's not what happened.
Fine. How about we close up those holes then. So next time you can confidently say that cheating is impossible.
No, that's not fair. Racist, yeah. Racist not to leave it as it is. We have to leave it just as it is, and it's not what happened this time, and it's impossible that the system could be cheated, and it's not what happened, and it's racist to say that maybe it's possible, and it's totally not what happened, though. Not this time.
Not this time.
All right, you want to continue? Oh, no, wait. There's no evidence of voter fraud.
Here's some evidence.
Wait a minute. Wait.
That's
I got
you.
this.
Whoosh.
Wait. Like I said, there's no evidence.
You just smoked the folder?
That's right.
But yeah, just pure coincidence. Pure fucking coincidence.
Pure coincidence that, like, in these 4 different localities.
Yeah, let's at least give some context for what we're looking at before you just like, look at the graph, look at the bars go up and move on to the next
Yeah.
one.
Oh, bars.
Election
go
fraud,
high.
election
Go-
fraud punishment, election fraud jail.
All right. Well, check it out. It's funny though. Go to the top. See, those are 3 different search terms. And they have 3 different, time arcs. There you go.
Yeah.
First, election fraud laws. People are searching for them, right? Okay,
Mhm.
election fraud laws. But that's weird. It's like it's in these 4 different localities, right? And there's a spike in October. Like the 10th. That's weird. Okay. And then election fraud punishment. it's almost like they were discussing election fraud in these four, and they wanted to be like, well, okay, maybe if we, it's not what's gonna happen, but maybe if it did, like, what would, possibly, I don't know, happen to them if, maybe they were frauding the elections. If they were fraudsing. And so, yeah, and then a couple days later, they were like, what about jail? Like, can I go to jail for frauding the elections? That's just totally a coincidence, though,
Totally
right, guys?
coincidence.
Like,
Totally.
totally
a coincidence.
a coincidence. There's no way that, like, this could be related, especially so close to November. I think it was the 2nd that year. Look at that. Election fraud punishment and election fraud jail seem to spike at the end there on the right-hand side, right around 2nd of November, don't they?
Oh,
Huh.
that's kind of crazy, yeah.
Wow.
That gets my
Jeez,
noggin
in
a
these 4
jogging.
states, noggin sure is jogging.
3 states, technically. 3.
Especially considering that, like, prior to that, just a few weeks prior, they were searching what are the laws, regarding election fraud. What sorts of laws might I quite possibly, maybe not this time, but maybe we'll leave it as is, but we'll find out, right? what the exceptions might be.
Right.
We're so smart.
We know how
We
to
should
use
be in
Google.
charge of things. That's right.
No, look, put me in uncontested control, and I'll fix everything, guys.
That's right. Just, let me fix everything.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so check it out. The New York Slimes. Dun, 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 the old gray lady has it here. The role of declaring the winner of a presidential election in the U.S. falls to the news media. The broadcast networks and cable news outlets, of which they are strangely not a part,
Right.
have vowed to be prudent. Here's how it will work. Boy, you can trust their blue check
11/3.
mark.
2022. Which is funny that you said that they recused themselves as being part of like the media. They're like, no, we're not actually the news media, right?
Well, they're
Fox News
certainly
does that
not
as well.
broadcast. They're certainly not broadcast network or cable news
Sure,
outlets.
No, there's.
but they're definitely news.
Yeah, it's they're in a different form. They do more, electronic print, I think is the best way to put it these days.
Yeah,
I
electronic.
see. So they're talking. That's 2 separate statements, of course.
Yeah.
It falls to the news media, of which they are a part, and they are reporting that the broadcast and cable news outlets.
Vowed to be prudent.
How
Wish-
noble of them!
wish I
I'm
would-
sure we can trust them.
Wish we could find this article though. I kind of want to see what the rest of it says. I don't like using screenshots of headlines.
Yeah.
Like anytime I see that shit on Twitter, and be like, "Oh, look at this ridiculous shit." I'm like,
Well, you
Maybe
know
I'll fucking
what,
see what the
dude? Check it
article
out. Hey, to anyone watching, just for a second, Seawell, before you move on, go to archive.today and search whether this article has been archived.
More likely has.
Type in this short URL, nyti.ms/2L0DK2J, and you're on your way. And you can see if it's been. I bet you right, Seawell. I'll bet you it's been fucking archived
Oh yeah,
by
guaranteed.
one of our diligent viewers.
Well, not our viewers, but somebody on the internet. A fellow shit
You know
poster.
what? Hey,
a fellow shit
you know-
poster.
That's right, though. Hey, Seawall, though. Just a brief aside. Anyone on the internet is our viewer.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Anyone on the internet.
Oh God!
Sorry,
Imagine if
everyone.
we all
Like,
die
of
off
course.
and we are what remains of human entertainment. The
Um,
aliens find we're the only thing left.
How profound.
Yeah.
well, it might be a
I hope I fill my role admirably.
Just another reminder from back then.
I remember this asshole. He
Yeah.
was a real asshole too. He was a real fucking mafia guy.
Yeah.
Like this.
Didn't he
this
lose
was a
in the
real.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He had to concede.
Yeah.
He had to concede, but he
Yeah.
wasn't ready to.
Yeah.
And he was pulling this bullshit.
Yeah.
He was pulling this fucking bullshit. Oh, look, we found late ballots. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Like 6,000 for me, 5,999 for my opponent, and I've won the election by 1 vote. Right? Like this. Oh, what a nail biter! This is so, it's so what's the word that they like though? It's plausibly deniable. Like it's believably marginal. It's like not too outrageously one-sidedly decided, right? It's like, oh, it's within 3,000 votes. How could you possibly contest this election? We've hand counted it 6 times. Right?
Well,
We've
remember-
hand counted the same fucking ballots
Remember, if there are
11,000
funny
times.
ballots in the system, hand counting doesn't account for those. That's when
Right,
you need a
no.
forensic
See, well,
audit.
we've counted those funny ballots.
Yeah.
We've counted those funny ballots
Yeah.
over and over and over again. What
Yeah.
more? No, check these funny ballots out. We're totally accepting these. So we've counted them several times. What more
Right.
do you want? We called it an audit. It's an audit, you guys.
Well, could we actually bring in signature match specialists as well as a forensic
No,
forensic
we don't want to
forensic
audit. We don't want
specialists?
to audit the fucking election. We just want to tell you that it's been settled.
Not only
Right.
that, could we bring in proper chain of custody analysis, bring in under penalty of perjury the people that had chain of custody, as well as require them to hand over any geolocation data they have for that night?
No, you can't be rigorous.
Right,
You have
that's
to you
unfair.
have to make claims without evidence. You have to make claims without evidence.
Isn't that what you
The
guys?
big
Isn't that what you guys
lie.
claim about religion?
No. You can't call us out on our hypocrisy because we don't care about you as human.
Right.
You are other.
Well,
You
if
are-
you've done that officially, you have now given grounds and you've violated the NAP. So.
Well, I'm glad we agree. Physical removal is the solution. Let us remove ourselves.
Yes.
Let us remove ourselves. And
That'd
should
be
they
best.
intrude, exclude them.
Forcefully.
Forcibly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just
Not
another fun little
forcefully,
reminder.
But
Oh
forcibly.
no, it'll be full of force.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's right.
It will
All
be
right,
full of
Democrats, including Arizona's Secretary Katie Hobbs, say the audit will change nothing and will actually undermine confidence in the elections. I remember the AZ audit. Do you guys
Yeah.
remember the AZ
Yeah,
audit?
where Maricopa County was in violation of several subpoenas, yet nothing happened.
force. Right.
And beyond that, like they showed mail-in ballots with no signature,
Mhm.
with matching lacks of signature, with fucking seal stamps being copied over
Mhm.
with image software,
Mhm.
like duplication of ballot signatures.
Mhm.
They were able to show like that thousands of ballots were mail-in ballots were approved that shouldn't have been.
Mhm.
It was a proper audit of the fucking vote, and it showed several deficiencies, of which the memearchive.tm contains much autistically gathered data. Everything
God
I
bless
was
the
able.
autists.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
So, just request it and it can be dumped. But it's like so much that it can't even be dumped. So you have
Yeah.
to request certain stuff.
Mhm.
But like, if you guys ever want to have a conversation about this topic, we have the material to give to you to arm you with the circumstances. Because again, no one's going to report on it and say, hey, here's something that definitively, right? You're not going to get that.
Right.
What you're going to get is these pieces of truth that you, as an individual with a strong soul, have to put together for yourself.
So.
It's dangerous, said Hobbs during an interview on MSNBC. This is potentially precedent setting for other states in the country. Yeah, we wouldn't want them auditing
Yeah.
their elections regularly with vigor.
We also wouldn't want to cause that to potentially allow for a, I think, a statistical analysis of previous elections, thus potentially proving that Democrats may have not actually ever won an election legitimately in the U.S.
Holy
We
fuck!
wouldn't want that.
If you were able to successfully to do that, you would undermine voters' confidence in election integrity. Holy fuck, Seawall! You wouldn't want to do that, would you?
Yeah, we wouldn't want to have to
Holy
reform
fucking
the
shit,
reform the
Seawall!
vote. We wouldn't have to want to reform the voting system. Thus for say reform of the voting systems to thus make them more secure and regain that confidence.
No, you're gonna bring other states into this. The other states into this country.
I want all of the states involved, all 50 of them.
Oh my God! Says Katie Hobbs, who's currently running for Arizona governor.
And
Get out
losing
there
her
and vote.
ass.
Vote against her, bitches.
Yeah.
Like, make Carrie Lake the governor of Arizona. That would be so fucking based. I want to see that shit. I want to see every fucking news pundit be mad as fuck.
Jesus. Even 538 has Lake ahead by 2.5 points.
They've got to. Like, even Maricopa, Marigigacopa County can't fucking, like, outweigh this fucking... You've got to. Like, just show up, dude. Like, put your vote in. They can only honk so much.
Yeah.
Like, they have to out-honk your vote.
And the thing is, if they out-honk the vote too hard, do you know what that causes?
Brazil?
Yeah.
Brazil? Maybe Sao Paulo? Maybe Brazil? Right fucking now? Tonight, Tuesday, November, or the 1st? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That's what's going down. I dig it, though, because I don't believe for a second that a fucking socialist won by a slim margin.
Oh, you never
Fuck
trust
that
that.
shit.
You never
Fuck
trust
that shit. Bring them all out.
Right.
Bring out the helicopters. Like,
The fuel will
call
pay
up
for
Chile.
itself.
That's right. Eventually.
Yep. So then there's this final one. This one we know is fake and a meme. It's hilarious, though.
Is it? All
Yeah.
right, good. I'm
I mean,
glad
I don't
that
know
it's
if that-
confirmed.
Obviously, no, it's not confirmed, but come on, this person didn't fucking do this, first
yeah.
of all, and then
Yeah.
also didn't do this and
Yeah.
confess on Twitter.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way that
Well, I
actually
mean,
happened.
people have confessed to literal gang murder and rape and
Well,
other
you know what?
horrible shit on Facebook.
Foxton, faux, like fake.
Right, exactly.
Time to
It's
come
like-
clean. I work for Wayne County, Michigan, and I threw out every Trump ballot I saw. Tens of thousands of them. Yeah, I'll bet Wayne County voted for Trump by
Right, tens of thousands of them, and so did all of my coworkers, which means that the entire place was in on it.
That's right. he
Like,
regrets
come on, that did
nothing.
not happen. That is such poor shit. That's
It's-
like and then the whole train clapped, and it's
Yeah.
like,
That's
yeah,
right.
okay, sure. That's what happened.
Maheckin misinformation, John. Maheckin disinformation, John.
This was disinformation.
Maheckin threat to my democracy and shit.
Right. Oh my god. Total threat to democracy.
Yes, we need experts to like trust about stuff like this so that we don't share stuff like this with our audience and laugh. Because that's Maheckin disinformation.
Super heckin'.
And then here we go. Just
Oh,
again,
it is.
just I think we just gonna rapid fire some of these just because little reminders.
I mean, like, it's not like food processing plants
Yeah.
and places
Yeah.
in Beirut have exploded
Oh.
randomly recently.
This one is actually
right?
recently. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
What is it, October 26th?
Yeah, this year.
Yep.
This year, yeah.
Yeah. Mail
Weird.
truck.
That's-
Georgia Georgia was completely destroyed. Though remember,
Completely destroyed.
absentee ballots are usually in favor of the Democrats these days, not Republicans. Republicans are voting
I
in
don't know
person.
about that in fucking a particular place in Georgia, depending on where it was. It looks
Yeah.
like a rural
Mhm.
mail delivery truck, like one of those private vehicles, maybe with a right-hand drive, but
looks like a
still,
Jeep.
like, yeah, people do that shit. out
It's
in
150 miles
country, dude.
150 miles south of Atlanta, so maybe.
Yeah, it's in the fucking country, dude.
Yeah. Got the sticks.
Yep. So
It's
Moving.
far enough away from Atlanta, I'll tell you that.
Here we
it's
go.
far enough.
Just another reminder why we may not
It's
know
like-
who won the Senate on election
I
day.
think, you know what, just as a brief aside, I want to say that maybe 150 miles away from Atlanta is right about where you want to start building the wall around it.
Oh, God.
Right, that's a good point.
Well, we have to get the Zeds out of there then before we start building.
I don't think they're that close.
They're pretty
Uh,
close.
I
they're-
think they're about 80 miles away, aren't they?
Yeah. Less, I think.
So anyway,
Well, we can start the wall in her front yard and then
Yeah.
just build around.
Yeah.
yeah, she'll have like, what do you call it?
She'll have a wall view in front of her house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a big concrete slab.
It's like, oh, this is nice.
Xena pees on it every day.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but we may not know who won the Senate on election day.
I think
you
this is
guys.
more cope, just because based on the polling trends and knowing that there is a bias, I'd say we're probably looking at least a 3 to 5 point addition you've got to add to any poll in favor of Republicans.
Cope from Politico.
Yeah.
You can't be serious.
So I think this is just
you
cope.
can't be serious.
This is just them coping and prepping their audience
You
with
think
hopium and
Politico
copium.
is coping? That's
I
crazy.
think this is
You
hopium
must
and
be
copium.
insane.
I think this is hopium and copium mixed into a new drug.
Oh, dude, fentacopium.
Fentacopium. Oh God.
Fentacopium. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that is impressive.
Yeah.
Fentacopium.
So
Copium.
another fun one from this was the New York Post. Hillary Clinton, GOP has planned to literally steal 2024 election.
That's
Look
a
at
very
those
modern
eyes. Yeah,
picture.
she's got the Sanpaku eyes
Yeah.
today. Very cute. and
Sanpaku
they're
eyes.
crossed.
Oh God.
Look, they're crossed, you guys. She's
when-
focusing
when-
on
when
two
you can
different
see the
things.
white
Holy
on-
fucking shit.
when you can see the white on at least 3 sides of the pupil. Oh God.
Yeah, dude. Like, and they're crossed.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh man, I've never seen her with crossed eyes before. She's got them though. I've never seen that in her. She's got them though. That's crazy. And their Sanpaku is fuck. I like it. Quest is having a good time.
Moving along to the next one. This one is, I don't want to touch on it too heavily, but this is a big one that I think everyone's seen so far. From The Intercept.
You certainly cross-posted it quite
Yeah.
a bit, but it's excellent reporting from
Yeah.
The Intercept. Glenn Greenwald
Mm-hmm.
staying on top of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, it's not him anymore, is it?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't work for them anymore, does he?
I don't think so. But I think he promoted it, though. But yeah, basically, the fact that this much information leaked out at this moment...
They're getting ahead of it, aren't they? Jesus Christ.
No, I don't think they're getting ahead of it. I think the system's falling apart. I think the...
Well,
I think
they're
the...
getting ahead of the system falling apart. It's
Yeah.
been purchased by Elon. It's been...
Yeah.
The cat
Got
is
it, yeah,
coming out of the
They're
bag.
trying to do the crash landing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
Got
trying
it.
to do
So
the soft landing.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a
Speaking
crash
of-
landing.
Speaking of Elon buying Twitter,
Yeah.
as
Oh,
of
God.
3 minutes ago, he tweeted to all complainers, "Please continue complaining, but it will cost $8." It's just 3 minutes ago.
Dude's gonna make that platform profitable. By the way,
Oh my
wildly
God.
profitable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his tweets are better than Trump's at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
You can bring
fucking
Trump back
crazy.
on. It's just gonna be literally a battle of who is gonna be gonna
It's just
say
gonna
the
be, like,
crazier shit.
shitpost showdowns.
This is gonna be a good year, boys. I can feel
Oh
it.
Yeah.
God, bro! I haven't even finished fixing the salt mining equipment yet from the last
No.
It's
explosion.
got too much salt in it.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to import some. I'm gonna have to import some Soviet Union over-engineered shit.
Well,
For the next one.
We want that we want that Himalayan shit.
Yeah,
That
we
you
need the
can cut.
Himalayan boring machine. Do you know how expensive it is?
Regardless, the salt must flow.
Oh God damn it!
Yeah.
So yeah,
We're here to toil. It is our lot in life.
yeah. So
That's
it
great.
just
Well,
kind
anyway,
of
so
they touch on the
this-
but my
Yeah,
theory in all
please.
of this is I told you guys about there's the pragmatic core that are the real ones that hold the power in the deep state, the ones that don't care about ideology as long as they have control in some way, shape, or form.
the Netanyahus.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you think Netanyahu would? Do you think Netanyahu would?
He's
would,
the ultimate pragmatist.
Yeah,
bro.
he's a pragmatist.
He's the ultimate
Yeah.
pragmatist.
The pragmatists at the core of the deep state. I think they slipped this out because they're going to use it to purge the ideologues, because they always bring in ideologues. They're using this as a this is
people.
Yeah, this is the prepping the population for the 3,000 FBI agents have been indicted today.
I don't know about all that. That's pretty hopium-tastic right
Well,
there.
Remember, there were a lot of guys in the German in Germany in the 30s that suddenly put on black uniforms on a certain day.
Well, let's not get too off topic. The point of this article is that, indeed, the government is colluding with Mijjt private platforms. Just a week after we talked about it, this breaks. Okay? Just a week after we talked about this. I love when shit like that happens. When I
it's fantastic.
talk to people about things and then shit happens about it. Like, what did I tell you, my friend? Like, but what we're saying is, like, the government has colluded with Mijjt private companies who can do whatever they want to suppress contravene the Constitution.
But the thing is, legally speaking, if a private entity does something on behalf of the state, the private entity does actually become a state entity at that point. Or a state actor.
They have to, in principle.
Yeah.
But we're not principled, we're pragmatic, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is,
These
again,
people are not principled.
The system is falling apart at the seams. The pragmatists are going, fuck, we might have to give up some of our power so we can survive.
You're talking about a purge of pragmatists.
Not yet. Well, the pragmatists survive by purging the ideologues.
Heh.
The pragmatists make a devil's bargain.
Idiots are for.
Yeah.
Well, of course, and the devil's bargain. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
These people who become successful have sold their souls.
Oh yeah, these are soulless pragmatists. I'll freely admit. Yes. Thing is, if you know what you're doing, you can use them.
They've sold their souls regardless, and they've made the devil's bargain. They have decided that humans are hackable machines, and there is no spiritual aspect to life, that everything is material, and that nothing is worth pursuing for its own sake, only power. So these are really, truly, like, as we understand them, evil people with whom there is no sense in reasoning. I think I was turned on the other day to, I'll have to look more into this, you guys, but during the Spanish Revolution, that there was a scientist looking into the psychology of communists.
I remember hearing about that.
Did you post that?
I might have posted that, or
I think you did.
Maybe we both came from the same source. But yeah, the thing is, he was a fascist, but his research seems pretty solid.
Yeah, so I mean, I haven't seen it replicated. Nobody's had the nuts to try. But...
Well, because if they did, they probably would confirm it, that they are, narcissists. They're
we
in
can't
some
have
way
that,
mentally damaged.
Can we? Jesus.
I mean, there is also that. What was it? The left is far more likely to be mentally ill compared to the right.
Yeah, statistically speaking, you are correct.
So that's kind of what was it?
You have receipts for that in the meme archive.tm.
Somewhere, yeah. So,
but no, it's in there. It's categorized by fucking, just search for it, racial, this and that.
Yeah. So
anyway, behind closed doors and through pressure on private platforms, the U.S. government has used its power to try to shape online discourse. Thank you, Intercept, for having some nuts. Thank you, Intercept, for coming through with some actual reporting. Breaking this news only a week after us.
Well, we were more theorizing it, technically speaking. They have the actual
But we were putting pieces together, were we not? We had these pieces of the puzzle. We had
circumstantial evidence. They've got,
Well, that's all we're ever talking. Yeah. We have nobody who's going to bring that to us, except maybe the DHS, right? Yeah. It's a leak. And as we're talking about, like, perhaps an intentional one. Why else would it leak other than it being intentional? There's no way anyone would let it happen.
Yeah, but again, it could be that there's a schism within the DHS and the intelligence agencies between the pragmatists and the
Oh, my
ideologues.
heckin' Q.
No, I'm not going down the fucking queue route, but I'm saying that in history there were quite a few guys that were, 10 years prior arresting a certain German's party members, and then suddenly 10 years later they were marching right alongside them.
Jeez. Yeah, you know what though?
Who
There's no
then
sense in
suddenly put on the communist uniform once all that stuff happened.
fucking pragmatists.
They
What would
always
be
find a way to
cool
survive.
if, like, when Republicans are in power, they start jailing all the Democrats, and then when the Democrats are in power, they start jailing all the Republicans. And it's just like every
Yeah,
time they
and
switch
maybe
in
they'll
parties,
just jail each other,
everyone
right?
just
And
gets
then we'll
jailed forever.
yeah, and we'll never
Fucking
have any
awesome.
more Republicans or Democrats, and everyone left will be like, well, I guess we've got to govern ourselves.
Oh,
And they
no.
immediately explode. They immediately explode in flames. Yeah, so, well.
Jesus,
Yeah.
and the whole bus clapped. Thank you, The Intercept, for showing up with some actual reporting on
Yeah,
a
that was pretty
DHS leak that is likely probably being... Do you think it's being fed to them? Even? It's possible.
Well,
we have to fucking consider these things. Because,
Yeah.
I mean...
yeah, it's possible, but
Because Greenwald quit for a reason. For a reason.
yeah.
He quit for a reason. And it was because they were basically. They were grappled.
Yeah, but it also could be that, again, as you said, this is kind of an attempted prep crash landing. I think they're trying. I think they're going to set up the ideologues in this, because the ideologues aren't pragmatic enough to pull something like this off.
Yeah.
The ideologues are going to keep everything sealed up.
Yeah.
The pragmatists are like, no. We'll lose power. We'll lose a good amount of our power for 20 years, but but our seed still remains in the system. It can regrow.
You don't that's the thing. These Rothschilds and shit, these legacies, they have generational aspects. They have generational aspects.
Very
So,
low time preference.
And so they can wait a long time for their their plans.
So, well, but yeah, so scooting along to the next one. I love this story. Op-ed from the LA Times. The allure of the Republican Party is baffling. Voters will regret falling for it. Didn't they make the same articles in 2016 about Trump?
Of course they did. But what's funny is actually I watched a Vice documentary earlier about like how propaganda affects people. But of course it's only right-wing propaganda that they're talking about, right? The entire time it was all about how
that's
Trump...
the only kind of propaganda that affects people in
right.
the way they don't want.
And they're the only ones who are affected by propaganda, of course, right-wing people. And so there was that the whole time. It was itself propaganda, which is pretty hilarious, of course. But it was just funny because like they kept they would had interviews with some who gives a fucks, literally who's. Yeah, and they're just like I just don't understand how anyone could be a Republican. Like this is the only way it could happen is through.
Do you guys remember when I literally shared an editorial written by my dad that said that same thing? He's literally this NPC meme. My dad wrote an op-ed letter to the editor that said exactly how could the GOP appeal to anyone? He gave all these stupid reasons. He's such a fucking retard. These people are these people are so retarded. There is no sense in reasoning with them. They will not accept evidence. Publicly available information they will not expose themselves to. A heckin' source. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. No, you can't refute the fucking claims.
Well, I mean, there is, you know what? They're as bad as the sovereign citizens.
Yeah, they're so
you can give every
position.
single legal argument, including showing them the written decisions by judges why their position doesn't work, and yet they'll still try it. Sorry, I was watching.
The judges aren't elected, right? The judges aren't elected.
Even with elected judges,
legitimate. I'm a heckin' sovereign citizen.
Yeah. I mean, John, you're not a sovereign citizen. You just reject the fact that there's something over you. That is, Yeah.
So right, but so the difference between me and a sovereign
Yeah.
citizen, because I sympathize and empathize a
Yeah.
lot with sovereign citizens.
Yeah, you know.
Like, so the difference between me and a sovereign citizen is that I think things should be like that.
Yeah.
They think
Not
things already
yeah.
are like that,
Yeah.
and that's the difference.
Yeah,
That's a huge
they're
difference.
stuck in an is-ought fallacy. You're not.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I understand things the way they are, and I don't try and act like
Yeah.
they are not that way.
Yeah. But you will
That's
but you
all
will try to
leftists
take
do.
steps to get there, of course.
I would very much
So
like
they
to. Yeah.
can't. They cannot figure out why people would not want their kids to be groomed by their teachers. They
Yeah.
can't figure out why people
Right.
wouldn't want to pay all their taxes to people
Yeah.
who hate them to be imported by the hundreds of thousands. They can't figure out
Just
why
like,
they wouldn't want
the
elevated
Royal
levels
Society of Doctors
stabbings.
couldn't accept the fact that the miasma theory of germs was wrong, and that Jon Snow's germ theory was right, and that when he
Yeah.
told the doctors that that people are dead because doctors refuse to wash hands after handling corpses. The reason is because if they admit that, they have to admit, oh God, I have supported horrible things, or I have done
Holy fuck,
horrible things.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck,
yeah.
my entire identity is based on a
Yeah.
horrible practice of actions.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I suddenly
Not many
have to be
people can-
accountable
yeah.
for all of my decisions that were although guided with the best of intentions and the theory of experts, and we're all correct with each other. Circle jerk, circle jerk, circle
Yeah.
jerk. Right? No,
That guy's
I
just a
was
conspiracy theorist. What a
right. Y'all
nutcase.
are just
His
conspiracy
faceless theories.
theorists. We're in the right, so nothing we do could be wrong. So, oh wait, everything, years of my career, my entire identity is based on wrong
Yeah.
decisions. You know how hard it is to get people to fucking admit that?
Oh yeah, no, it's especially when it's something as big as like a big part of their identity, like their politics. Like that's huge, dude.
It's almost impossible.
Almost impossible. Not quite. Almost.
It comes from the heart of the individual. It takes a soul. You have to speak to yourself and say, hey, self, you know what? You need to reconcile your beliefs with reality.
Right.
Okay? You need to take information inwardly, uncritically at first, and then absorb it and then criticize it. Like, you have to reflect. You have to have a soul. You have to believe that there exists a truth higher than your own feelings. Okay? And that you can't always be right. Or
How
have
dare you
exactly
suggest
what
that there's
want.
something metaphysical? How dare you bring up metaphysics?
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
John,
This is completely secular.
I'm going to bring up metaphysics.
No.
Oh, he's gonna metaphysics.
Metaphysics. Yeah.
There has to be an objective truth. Otherwise, nothing means anything.
But I'm living
Nothing means
my
anything.
truth.
That's right. My
What
own
about
truth.
my truth?
You have to conform to it, and if you don't fit within the prism of my worldview, then like you are askew, and I eschew you. How do you like that?
That was good. Skew a shoe.
So, yeah.
But
yeah, this is just
dude, so
cope.
you'll regret it, you damn
Yeah,
Republicans, because Republicans don't have a plan for the future.
They
Republicans don't
do.
have a plan
Stop
for the future
spending
that we
money.
doomed.
I wouldn't
No,
say
you
that
don't
that's like
understand. We're already doomed, Seawall. It's just the Republicans' fault because they're about to win. We're already doomed. Next year,
Well-
we're fucked. We
Well-
knew we pumped it as long as we could. Now we're fucked, and now it's Republicans' fault.
Well, maybe if you didn't do all that pumping, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place, and maybe you could have maintained control.
You're remembering things. You're using
Right.
you're using your brain now. You can't do that. You have to be on the right side of history, and history is progress.
Well,
And
what
progress
if the
is
right side?
memory holes.
But what if the progress is towards a conservative future?
It's not. That's the problem. Leftists literally believe that. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
can't
yeah,
the future can't be conservative.
It
Right.
can't be
Future
right.
is progressive. Like,
Right.
Even though every time a
Absolutely,
progressive
John,
system
you're
has
right,
collapsed,
dude.
it's gone hyper-conservative.
It only goes that one direction. It's a linear. It's a ray, starting
Right.
from a point.
We
in the
talked about
Stone
this a
Age.
couple weeks ago
Yeah,
about
Yeah, several weeks
Marx's
ago.
view of history and how it's a
Yeah.
slow march of progress and it's inevitable. So in
Yep.
the period of history that we're in right now was just was it post-capitalism
That's
or
right.
no,
Post-capitalism.
late stage capitalism is what they call it now.
Mhm.
So we're in late stage capitalism.
But didn't Marx declare that
timeline.
in his time that they were in late stage capitalism?
Well, it's only been
I
like
don't remember.
Yeah.
150
It's only been
years, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It hasn't been that long.
Well, such an outcome could have profound consequences for American democracy, you guys, especially if it results in even greater degradation of the U.S. electoral system.
Right, such as getting rid of the Electoral College. You know how the Republicans are all about that, right?
All about that, right?
Yeah.
But what about like getting rid of unmonitored, wrong chain of custody ballot drop-off points in the middle of the hood, where just anyone can set it on fire?
Anyone could. That's
Well,
true.
haven't a bunch of judges been declaring those unconstitutional and order their removal?
Right,
In some places, but that's
you gotta
that's why it's a
say,
problem.
this is a threat to our right. Such outcomes could have profound consequences for American democracy.
Such as
Seawall,
Democrats not winning.
right? Forever,
Yeah.
ever again.
We mortals can attempt to estimate a prediction of the future, but we do not know it. There's only one being in the universe that knows the future,
A progressive.
and he is far above us.
That's right.
That's right.
He is our Lord. He is our
Well,
shepherd.
she or Z is far
No,
above
no,
us.
he. We're
That's
going with
right.
he.
We're Episcopal.
The Father, the
Progressive.
Son,
We're
and the Holy
Episcopal.
Ghost.
We're
No, the
Episcopal.
progressive.
We're Episcopal. We're Episcopal. We're progressive and Catholic at the same
Oh
time.
my God,
Oh, God.
dude!
I'm
Fucking
a Presbyterian,
oh,
which are a subsect of Calvinists.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know you're
Calvinist.
anti-Episcopal.
Yeah.
They're like, holy fuck! Imagine if the Catholic Church had a schism, but like not with Martin Luther. It was a different Catholic Church, and they were Anglos. That would be Calvinists
Yeah.
against the Church of England. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck!
Yep.
Don't they believe in like predestiny and shit like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
though a lot of the
Yeah.
descendants of Calvinism have stepped away from that. I believe the Presbyterians' position is people are predisposed
that-
for good or evil, but there's no guarantee. They still have the
Remember
choice.
that old meme? Remember that old meme, Seawall, that you stumbled through back in the day? It was talking about this chuckle is predestined for you.
That's
Right?
funny.
God has predestined this chuckle for you.
That's actually funny.
That was a
That's,
Calvinist meme.
Yeah.
that's funny actually. Not bad.
This meme reference was predestined.
Fair enough,
Nice.
Calvinist bro. Fair enough.
So moving along. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, he plans a presser tonight. Will announce him. He's expected to announce. We have to catch up on this. We are contemporaneous to this development now. If anyone is
Right.
listening live, check up on this. What is happening in Brazil? Because they're road blocking like they were doing in Canada,
Mhm.
and
Let's see if
they're
it's trending.
and they're fucking protesting outside the Capitol because they honestly believe that fucking Bolsonaro, the incumbent and the popular president of the nation,
Mhm.
is the rightful winner.
Well, didn't he lose by like a slim margin? It was like
sliver,
51 to 49. It wasn't even 51-49. It was like 50
Applause-
point something.
A plausibly deniable,
Yeah.
right?
Let's see. I see a lot of U.S. election things. I don't see anything on Twitter, at least, about.
I didn't anticipate.
Well, also
this.
something that will probably lead to Bolsonaro being supported by the West. The socialist that won, supposedly won, she's saying that Russia should own Ukraine. So she's toast. She's fucking toast.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
weird.
you're talking about the chick who's
Yeah,
supposedly won?
she's pro Russian in the Ukraine war.
Oh, so we're gonna have to
We're
do
gonna
some
have
regime change down
yeah.
there.
The U.S. is gonna back Bolsonaro in the end. They're gonna hate it, but they're gonna have to because they got to protect the current thing.
Let's see. 15 seconds ago, they're on the streets in front of the Brazilian army barracks demonstration, whose objective is to ask the Brazilian armed forces to audit the polls. They do not recognize the election of candidate Lula. Okay.
Yep, they want to.
So it looks like they're just kind of
audit.
chilling for now. I got some video here. Huge display demo planned for tomorrow in Brazil outside country's main military HQ, demanding they intervene over sham election. Yeah, this is Brazil, Susan. Calm down. Not United States. Of course, our elections are safe and secure.
Totally safe and secure. Nothing like
this
this
whole
could ever
episode's about.
happen.
This whole episode's been about how safe and secure our elections really are.
Oh, I'm so safe and secure right now.
Let's see.
I wish I could find it right now. I did not anticipate this development, but I had a great story. All right, I'll tell it real quick because it's from a shit post.
You convinced me.
All right, so this liberal college age, blue hair, short hair, liberal left-hard bitch comes home the night of the election and she's shattered in Brazil. She comes home the night of the election to her father, who is sitting at the table in the dark at the kitchen, and he's drinking like a glass of scotch. And on the table is a pistol. Probably a Taurus. And he says, and when she walks into the darkened house and she sees him, and she says, "Dad, what are you doing?" He picks up the pistol and he points it at her and cocks it. It says, "Are you afraid, bitch? You better be afraid, because it's a new era. You can't steer the high year. It's time for a new..." Right? These people are, like, all about it. Like, this was posted on Reddit. Like, I believe that these people... This probably happened in... Brazil is, like, that place where this shit would happen.
I mean, you can believe that kind of shit would happen, but, like, for that reason, like, I don't know.
No, when Bolsonaro won last election.
Right.
When he won his election.
Yeah,
which was, Maheckin, he's the Donald Trump of South America.
He was. And then we didn't hear about him, at all afterwards.
Well, he did a very good job. Anyway, he's very popular, and there's no way he could have lost by a fucking slim margin to an avowed socialist. Like,
right.
It's just not gonna fucking happen. So nobody's about it. This is like January 6th, except Brazilian style, and it's actually gonna happen. Like,
they're
it's
not doing
actually
that dancing martial arts, so I don't believe that it's actually in Brazil.
That's right.
Like capoeira or some shit like that.
That's right, capoeira.
I'm so fucking white. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. A lot of vowels that don't belong where
Capoeira
they
is
are.
probably pretty close for a white boy.
Yeah, good enough.
Anyway, I'm gonna beer myself,
and we'll move on.
This is a happening development.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Developing happening. Happenment. A developing happenment.
And here's the next one.
All right, let's see what this is.
This is an old-fashioned one. This is from the archives. We're pulling this out.
September 12th, 2020. It says,
New York voting official warns voters may register for mail-in ballots with dead people's names. Hold on. Scroll down a little bit, Seawall. What happened? Why did this come to his attention? Oh, I hope we're all in agreement that in this part of the country, right? It's like, why don't we zip up these loopholes?
Well,
right?
I have a crazy idea.
It's not like it happened.
Once an election
right?
is complete, the voter rolls are in a sense entirely purged. They're basically, the current ones are marked as okay.
No,
this is now an
How about this,
archival roll,
Seawall?
and then you have to re-register between each election.
How about this, Seawall? How about after this election? How about after the election of 2020, we rule unconstitutional all of the measures that were taken for COVID on the election for 2020 prior to the actual ballots being cast, and afterwards we remedy those situations, but we still accept the results. How about that? How about that, Seawall? Does that sound reasonable to you?
Not really.
You're not some kind of extremist, are you? That sounds reasonable to you, doesn't it?
Sounds pretty extreme to me. I don't know.
No, scroll down, though, please, because there's definitely a part here that's important. Go down. Look. Wait. Scroll. Stop. That's where it was. Scroll up. Yeah. somebody is out there trying to vote for a dead person. Scroll up just a little more because he gives an example of it actually happening.
Yeah, right here.
Okay? Yeah.
Said that absentee ballot application data for September 4th had been received from a voter who had died in June.
Who had died in June.
Yeah.
Okay? These people are being voted for. The information is publicly available. Okay? Put the pieces together. Right? No one's going to come out and put this together for you. No one's going to say, hey, this is happening everywhere, or this is part of a systemic effort to to manufacture a result. Guys, use your fucking brains. I was criticized for not using my common sense because it was not being told to me by an official source. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Official sources. They're telling you the truth here in bits and pieces. Put them together. That's why we're here.
It's what we do. We'll try to do.
I hope that we're all in agreement that it is part of the country and other county boards of elections duties to identify those and to ensure that ballots don't go out. In this case, for a dead person. Okay, he's lamenting. He's hoping that it doesn't happen in the future, but it's already happened. Okay? Right. Several times in several different counties across a particular state. What state is this, Seawall, happening in?
New York.
Oh, what a weird fucking thing. It's like one of those 4 states we discussed, isn't it?
No, New York's not on that list. It was Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Arizona were the 3 that were.
And New York was the 4th, the bonus celebrity guest.
Sure.
Celebrity.
Well,
it was, though. New York was the celebrity guest.
Moving along. This is just another classic. Mail-in ballots found tossed in Wisconsin ditch.
I want to share this one because, like I said, this is just one of the list that I posted in Cutting Room Floor in the Discord channel. You can find archived articles of reporting of discarded ballots, burned ballots, lost ballots, mailed ballots that were not requested, ballots showing up with the wrong address and name, ballots sent out to dead people, ballots sent out and never returned, ballots returned that were never sent out. Okay? It's all archived. It's all in news reporting, publicly available information. Okay? You can win any argument against someone who says this never happened.
Yeah.
Give them real examples.
Unfortunately, you can't, though. They don't accept.
You're right, John. You're right. You can't.
Evidence and sources.
They reject reality. They reject reality, which makes them actually very easy to control.
Thank you for interjecting the truth. Yeah. Thank you for interjecting the truth. Because that stopped me. You're right. You cannot reason with people. But please, you have the evidence. It's there.
Right.
Like, you can if you wanted to.
Use it to keep yourself sane.
Yes.
You are sane. You are noticing things.
Well, yes, when the gaslighting happens, you can at least assure yourself that you are being gaslit and that you are not actually. It's like this will happen, at least in the same thing in 10 years. January 6th and Trump and, unless something different happens, unless a new one comes along.
Or the left goes completely insane and tries a full revolutionary takeover, thus giving the right full authority to just rewrite history. Jan 6 was a righteous attempt when the evil government grabbed the righteous protesters and tried to silence them. It's not that hard to rewrite it.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Honk, honk, bro. Honk, fucking honk.
Yep, so.
Honks all around.
Everyone honks. No one quits.
Moving on. Just another one. USPS considers missing ballots, but doesn't have any additional information.
This is from our hometown, isn't it?
It is, actually. Yeah.
That's
Holy
why
shit.
I'm
That's
glad you
awfully
approved
close to
it
home.
for our. I'm glad you approved it for our show tonight.
Yeah.
They
I didn't go through
confirmed.
the
Okay,
headline.
a federal government agency.
Uh-oh, Shitternet.
They got him.
Shitternet. My god, he's gone forever. Oh my god.
I'm engaging additional proxies, John. I don't know if we'll ever talk to each other again.
You have my phone number, it'll be okay.
Oh fuck, my phone just turned off. It's not turning back on.
Oh no.
Why do I hear knocking at the door? Oh god, John! Engage Plan C! Plan C!
Alright, see you guys. No. Yeah, Plan C is wasn't that a funny joke? Haha.
Ah.
See you guys.
So, but yeah, this is from kind of nearby your home turf.
It's
Yeah.
actually extraordinarily close.
Yeah, and again, it's as Midget was saying, it's just more ammunition to counter gaslighting.
Right. No, it's
Right,
right in our neighborhood. They can't account for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a federal agency confirming to a syndicated news station that yes, this shit the chain of custody is broken.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't account for this shit. We don't know where it is.
Yeah.
If you turned it in, we don't know. If you got it, we don't know. It's supposed to have a tracking number on it. We don't fucking know.
Yeah.
We sent it to you without you asking for it. Damn, dude.
Again, maybe it's time to just do a full-on ban of mail-in ballots because we clearly can't track them.
Well, here's the thing, Seawall. We need to accept 2020's results and then do that.
No.
Okay, because
we can do both.
We know what happened. It's time for a pandemic amnesty, Seawall.
No, fuck
it's
you.
It's time for a
2020
election.
No, fuck you.
It's
Fauci should be dragged before Congress,
election amnesty.
and every American should refer to him as America's Mangala going forward.
2020 election amnesty, Seawall. Same thing.
Fuck off.
Ollie Oxen free. I'm back at home base. You can't hurt me now.
Actually, because the new people have taken over, we've officially declared you insurrectionists for the quote-unquote Summer of Love, the BLM and Antifa insurrection of the year of 2020 during the summer. You are coming with us right now.
More racism.
Also, if
more
you,
racisms, more white supremacies.
Also, for the health and safety of the purebloods, because you got the vaccine, you're going to have to be quarantined until we can determine the long-term effects of the vaccine. You're going to need to come with us, sir. For your safety, of course.
Oh God, dude, stop! I can only get so erect. I can only get so erect, dude. I'm dripping. Like this thing is massive. You don't understand. It's way out of hand. It's out of two
John,
hands.
get the
like,
fucking mop and bucket. It's your turn to clean this time.
Fuck that. I'm on disability, dude. Look at this.
That's right. He's on disability. You need to pay taxes for his well-being.
That's why you can go and bash the fash on your dime. Dude.
That's right. That's right. Somebody's got to charge these batteries,
officially,
bro.
we've implemented a new Be Worker, Be Fuel constitutional amendment, where if you want any form of assistance, you have to contribute at least 60 hours of labor a week. Determined by the government.
I bash the fash full time, 24/7.
Actually, it's illegal. It's actually illegal to attack fascists now, completely.
I'm on Twitter all day and all night attacking fascists.
That's right. You heckin' chud.
Right.
Heckin' chud.
Dare you?
Oh well, scooting along with the last story of the night. This one's actually pre-2020, just showing this goes back pretty far. That there are a lot of problems with the system.
Oh, a snafu! It affects 80,000. Oh, what a weird coincidence that all these snafus affect like one group of people and not another. How strange! How fortuitous! How coincidental! On the eve of the election, Democrat leaders called for the immediate resignation of the fucking motor vehicles. Who oversees the agency that failed to forward voter information to the... Oh my God. Baltimore. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Baltimore. What a hive of scum.
And villainy.
Holy shit. Oh, dude, it is though. Scum and villainy and corruption and words I won't utter right now on the air for fear of Seawall shutting me up.
He's being censored.
I'm feeling it's soft censorship. I'm being
Midget,
chilled. My
your
speech
dad's
is being
contacted us. He's worried
Yeah, that's
about you.
right.
He wants you to get back on your medications. You need to come with us.
My free speech is being chilled, right? I need to sue, like with the ADL and the NAACP, on behalf of all oppressed groups. That my speech is being chilled against oppressed groups.
Hell yeah.
I can't oppress them hard enough.
Jesus Christ.
It's against my rights.
But yeah. But again, this just shows it's going back. And the thing is, this goes back further. You guys remember the 2000 election out of Florida, at least the history of it, and the fucking shit show it was.
Yes, dude. Yep. Oh, guess what though? My heckin' journalists, they ended up. I literally had this discussion with my dad. No, like 2000. No, Al Gore totally won the state of Florida. You can't say the election was illegitimate. They stole it by, using, what was it, friendly terms in a friendly jurisdiction and swinging Maheckin Electoral College, which should be abolished, right? And that was totally confirmed by journalists. And then in 2016, no, like you can't allow the election to be decided by a few key right, or the election should be decided by a few key jurisdictions that land doesn't vote, and these people outweigh you, and it's her turn, and Maheckin Russians and shit.
Right. Yep.
Right? And journalists have confirmed Maheckin Russians and shit. So both sides of the mouth spout the same fucking hot air. Bro, and it smells the same too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, I unironically encountered this argument in the wild from someone I never thought I would, and this guy identifies as intelligent.
Well,
he certainly does. Yeah.
Well,
I don't have to respect his identification or his pronouns or anything. Like, I identify.
No,
as...
certainly not.
Well,
Are we gonna do a call in?
I think we're
we only got a few minutes. I don't think we have time for a call in.
Unfortunately, we'll do it next time though. Probably
Yeah,
maybe we'll have some guests.
So speaking of, next week, Tuesday, is the election, the midterms, which is why we did this episode when we did it.
Because we like being ahead of things.
Yeah.
And don't you love like things happening after we talk about them? And being like, oh, wouldn't you know it? We were right. I love that shit, you guys. I had a good time tonight. I like this format. I like that we have a topic and I have things that I can share with you guys about it if possible.
Dude, that would be badass. Ed wants to know if you would interview your dad on air.
Oh God, do you even talk to your father anymore?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. I think you can make an exception though for the
Assuming his dad would be willing to talk to him.
Right.
About shit. I wouldn't have a format. I wouldn't have questions that I needed to ask him. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Okay. So anyway, next week is midterm election night, so we'll be watching shit. Probably just pick a place we can watch that's not going to get us taken down for copyright.
We'll find something.
Maybe
like Associated Press. I think that one's pretty open.
Or some kind of government,
C-SPAN maybe.
C-SPAN could work. Yeah, something that is not going to take us down. But yeah, so then I think what we can do is we can either do a revolving door kind of deal, or just have a bunch of people in. Depends on how many people want to call in. And,
dude, I want to get with Villius, man. I want to get with Villius. That's a lot of fun. And you know what? I wish that my friend Patrick would join us too. But those two would get into it for sure. it would be like a dogfight we'd be watching.
Well, I mean, we had a good conversation when he was on that one time.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, check it out. So if we're wrapping things up, just let me tell a short story.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna grab himself a I'll say a new toy from Palmetto State on sale
Okay.
very soon, and that'll be cool for him. And
Is that the
it's gonna be
story?
fun. That I think that's what I think he'll tell you as openly as I would. There's no reason to beat around the bush. Yeah, he's getting a 16-inch, fully set up AR for like $650.
Not bad.
Yeah, dude, really. Yeah, it's $1,000 setup. List price from Palmetto State. So,
Nice.
take that with a grain of salt. It's Palmetto State, $1,000 setup. It's probably one of their higher end ones for a 22 caliber anyway. So like, yeah, he's doing pretty good for like 700 or so. And he's having it shipped this week. I'm gonna go with him later. He might have to go by himself to go pick it up, but he'll get it soon.
Oh
What's
God!
better, a short
Oh
story or like a
God! I'm
midget
sorry.
story?
There's breaking news from CNN. Fucking
Could let me finish
spaghetti
reading the
flying
comment.
out of
Okay.
pockets. Effectively, literally. After U.S. Capitol attack, members of the Oath Keepers met for a late-night dinner at an Olive Garden in suburban Virginia.
Oh, they had the endless salad and breadsticks.
And spent hundreds
Holy
of dollars on an
fucking
Italian.
shit.
The fuck?
Hundreds of dollars? I bet they left a tip too, bro. I bet they left a
But they
tip.
did, yeah.
What is the purpose
Who
of
gives a
that? I'm done. I'm pulling the plug. I'm done. John, play us out.
I was trying to. All right. So yeah, join us next week for our awesome election special. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel. Also make sure you check out Mijjit's gaming streams on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. Those have been going pretty well. Those are fun. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. Peace out.
Have a good night, y'all.